Namaste everybody, welcome back to Yoga Candy. I'm Candice and today we have a 25-minute very relaxing flow for you. This is going to be great for anybody if you've got stomach cramps of any kind, whether it be PMS or you're just not feeling 100% at the moment. This is for all levels, so anybody can join in. There's a couple of props that I would recommend for today, but this is optional. Grab an oil that you like the smell of. That could be something like maybe lavender. If you have some yoga blocks, have them handy. If this isn't something you have, that's fine. Grab a couple of thick books and put them together. This will do the same thing. Also a couple of big towels, roll them up, keep them aside, and a couple of pillows as well. So let's begin. Alright ladies, come to the middle of your mat. Today's all about you. So don't forget your lovely facial oil or some kind of oil that you have handy, maybe even some perfume. Put some on the back of your palms and, should I say, back of your wrists. Maybe even rub a little bit behind your ears. Let's please those senses of ours. Today's all about giving ourselves a bit of TLC. So perhaps grab a couple of big towels and roll them together if you haven't already. Keep them at the end of your mat. If you have some blocks handy, that would be wonderful. If not, maybe even a couple of books would be great. You could wrap those books into a towel or something as well, just to add a bit of padding to them. And then have a couple of pillows handy as well, next to you, maybe off of your bed or off the couch, just anything that's, or bolster even. Make yourself comfortable. Find a comfortable seat of your choice. You can even raise your hips up onto a couple of pillows if that's more comfortable for you today. I invite you to close your eyes and place your hands on your knees. Just take a moment to relax the body. Bring all your attention to your breath. Breathe naturally, but with intention. Breathe in slowly, breathe out slowly. Don't force it. I'm going to go through a pranayama technique with you today, which is going to help to cool down the body. This can be quite a common problem during this time of the month, where we feel a bit overheated, a bit irritable. Before we start, breathe in and raise your hands up towards the sky, pulling your prayer hands into your heart. And thank yourself for giving the time today to your body. Namaste, let's begin. So for this technique, using your index finger and your middle finger, place those onto your third eye, which is the space between your eyebrows. And using your thumb, you're going to close off the right nostril and breathe in slowly through the left nostril. Then using your baby finger and your ring finger, close off your left nostril and breathe out through the right nostril. We're going to keep repeating this in your own time, just remembering to close off the right nostril with your thumb, breathing in through the left, closing off the left, breathing out through the right, closing off the right, breathing in through the left, closing off the left, breathing out through the right, closing off the right, breathing in through the left, closing off the left, breathing out through the right. Keep doing this in your own time, at your own pace. Try to take around 20 breaths. Enjoy the cool air that comes in through the left nostril. And then feel the air nice and warm coming out through the right nostril, breathing out all of the fire, all of the heat in the body. Breathing in the cool air, breathing out the hot air. If your arm gets tired, you can prop your knee up and place your elbow onto your knee. Just keep enjoying these breaths. And now when you're ready, just release your hand back down to your knee or down to your feet. And enjoy breathing through both of your nostrils now. When you're ready, let's go on to all fours. We're just going to start this routine with a bit of cat-cow. Breathing in, looking up and dropping the belly. As you breathe out, arch the back and really push your shoulder blades apart, feeling that space between each vertebrae. Breathing in, dropping the belly and looking up. Breathing out, arching your belly, really tucking your tailbone in. Breathing in and looking up towards the ceiling, arching that belly, dropping it to the floor. Do this in your own time. Follow your body, follow your breath. Breathing in and out slowly. Now we're going to come into a low lunge. If you take your right foot, place it between your palms and allow your hips to sink towards the ground, letting gravity do its work. This is a beautiful stretch on the front of the thigh, stretching out that psoas muscle. This can tighten up even more during this time of the month, creating more emotions, more sensations. Allow it the time to open up. If this becomes too intense, just come out of it. Then we're going to send that hip back into a half split pose, keeping that foot engaged, facing towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hips square in this position by drawing your right leg back and your left hip a bit forward. When you're ready, come out of it, and we're going to take our right foot to the outside of our right hand and let that knee fall over to the side. Using your hand, you can push that knee even further away from the body, just opening up that hip, really stretching into the hip flexors. When you're ready, we're going to lift off the bottom knee. We're going to come into garland now. Step that foot to the outside of your left hand. This is called a yogic squat as well. If it's too intense for you, keep your bottom raised a little bit, or you can even sit on a block or on a pillow. Use your elbows to push your knees apart and try to keep your back straight in this position. If you can't get your heels directly onto the floor, that's quite all right. It'll come with time. But if they're very high off the floor, perhaps try opening out your feet even further. Keep breathing here. When you're ready, step that right foot back, and we're going to come back into our low lunge on the other side. Walk your left foot to the inside of your left hand and allow your hips just to sink towards the ground. Try not to let that front knee go above your big toe. Try to keep it at a 90-degree angle. If this is too intense for some of you, you're welcome to come up onto your knee. Place your hands on your knee and just sit up straight, allowing that back leg to stretch out as far as you possibly can. Enjoy the sensations and the slight discomfort that comes from this position. And send your hips back into the half splits, allowing that front foot to still be flexed towards the ceiling. Squaring off your hips by sending that left hip backwards and the right hip forward. Come forwards again, and we're just going to open up that knee again, working those hip flexors, opening them up, relaxing them. Stretching out our hip flexors, and our psoas muscle really helps with those cramps this time of the month. Pushing that knee as far over to the side as comfortable. Don't force it. And if you feel any pain, come out of it. When you're ready, we're going to go straight back into garland. Using your elbows to push your knees apart once again, keeping the back straight. For those of you that are new to this position, I'm going to come to the middle of the mat and show you what it should look like from the front. Enjoy the sensation in your hips, that gentle opening. Keep breathing deeply, slowly, in and out. Anywhere where you feel pain, send the breath straight there. When you're ready, take a comfortable seat. We're going to come into butterfly. So place your feet together, allow your hips to open side to side. Grab your toes and sit up straight. We're just going to flap our wings for a moment. It's a good way to release those muscles, warm them up. You can flap them as fast or as slow as you like. Just listen to your body. Do what it feels right. Do what feels right. Take those pillows and place them on your legs. If you don't have them handy, just bend forward, allowing your head and your back to drop. Allowing your back to arch. This doesn't need to look like the perfect asana. Today is just about TLC, about caring for our bodies, and about being gentle with it. So enjoy this hip opening and give in to gravity. Remembering to keep breathing. For those of you that find this a bit of a tough position, stay upright. There's no need to come forward if it's too much for you. But close your eyes and breathe and relax wherever you are today. Okay, we're going to walk our hands back slowly towards our body. Let's move those pillows over to the side. Keep them at the long edge, and we're going to do a wide-legged child's pose here. Another very gentle hip opener. And also just a very relaxing position to be in during this time of the month. Allow the weight of your body to sink into those pillows or into the mat. Giving in to gravity. Sending your breath to your lower spine, into your belly. and relax. Relax everything, your face, your shoulders. Relax your stomach muscles. Relax your hips down deep into the floor. Allow your knees to be heavy. Your feet to just lie there naturally, doing no work at all. Move your head over to the other side. Relax your neck. Breathe. Send your breath directly to your belly and to your lower back. Perhaps even put a slight smile on your face. Show gratitude. Show enjoyment for this moment that we're giving ourselves today. When you're ready, let's come back up and place your pillows back at the top of your mat. Now these blocks are going to come in handy now, or the books that maybe you've even wrapped in a pillow, in a blanket. Lie flat on your back and we're going to come into bridge pose, so move your feet close to the body and keep your knees bent. Very slowly we're going to lift our hips up off of the floor, keeping your eyes closed if possible. If you need to watch what I'm doing, then feel free to do so. Interlacing your hands behind your back and walking your shoulder blades closer together, sitting those hips up high, keeping your knees still close together, hip distance apart, don't allow them to fall apart. If you have a block, I'd like you to place that on your sacrum, which is that sort of hard part just above your tailbone. Don't place it onto your actual spine. For those of you that are using a book, that will work just as well here. And if anybody doesn't have any props to hand, just stay as long as you want and then come out of it and go into child's pose. Or even just lie there with your knees falling to the side in butterfly. For those of you that have the prop propped underneath your sacrum, just enjoy this moment. Breathe into the lower back, breathe into the belly. Send your breath into all four corners of your rib cage. And enjoy this gentle back bend. Keeping the legs engaged and not allowing the knees to fall apart. Enjoy, relax, and breathe. When you're ready, remove your block or your book, put it over to the side. Keeping your eyes closed, very slowly release your spine back to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Try to feel each vertebrae hitting the floor one at a time, until finally your tailbone reaches the floor. Now we're going to just let our knees fall out to the side, feet touching each other in butterfly. Just stay here and enjoy. You can let your hands rest on your inner thighs, on your belly, or on the ground next to you. And bring your legs up to the middle, and let's just hug them in. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Don't force. If it's in your practice, let's take a happy baby. If not, stay with your knees hugged in towards your chest. If you're doing happy baby, feel free to roll your spine from side to side. That feels good. Remembering to grab the outsides of your feet with your arms on the inside of your knees. And just maybe pull them in a bit closer towards your armpits, really opening up those hips. And then relax your feet back down to the ground. Place your pillows underneath your head. We're going to come into our final resting pose, Savasana. And if you have some rolled up towels, place them underneath your knees. This will take a little bit of weight and pressure off that lower spine. I know how this time gives us quite painful lower backs and kidneys. Keeping your legs at least hip distance apart and your feet about as wide as your mat. Allow them just to fall out to the sides, with your arms a few inches away from your body, palms facing upwards, your fingers in their natural curve. Relax and breathe. Keeping your eyes closed, just enjoy every sensation of the body. If you feel pain somewhere in your belly, breathe into it. Breathe it out. Relax every part of your body. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Relax your tongue in your mouth. Breathe. Relax. If your mind starts to wander, come back to the breath. Take a few more breaths and then just start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, wiggle those fingers, and just have a nice big stretch up above your head. We're going to carry on with some relaxation techniques. Draw those palms in towards your chest. Rub them together, creating a warm energy between each palm. Keep rubbing until they're as warm as you want them to be, and then place them onto your belly, letting your feet just fall out to the sides once again. Feel that warmth as it starts to sink deep down into your stomach. When you're ready, place one palm on top of the other, and in clockwise circles, just rub your belly. Put as much pressure as you want. Remember to keep it in clockwise circles. Make those circles as big or as small as you want. Just giving your belly some TLC. At this time, that's something that we really need to give ourselves. Keep these circles and massages going. When you're ready, become still. Keep your hands on your belly, or you can let them fall to the sides again. Take long, slow, deep breaths. And come over onto your side in a fetal position, drawing your knees up towards your belly. Just enjoy this for a moment, lying here on your side. Feeling warm and safe. Breathe and enjoy. When you're ready, use your arm to push yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Try to keep your eyes closed during this. Sit in any position you would like. Place your hands on your knees. Just take a moment to be thankful for today. Keeping your spine straight. Bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head, thanking yourself for this time. Rub your palms together once again, creating that nice warm energy. Place that back onto your belly. Feel the warmth sinking in. Really draw all your attention to that warmth and to the belly. Namaste.